Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Welcome to your reading. Yes, I have a pill here because it helps relieve some of the, oh, sorry, relieve some of the pressure off my body. Oh my gosh. All right, I think we got it. Sorry. So messages I have for you guys that were coming through when I was shuffling. Oh, there's a lot of third-party based connections going on right now. And so there's a lot of also fear-based connections. So if you're in a twin flame, that's usually how you tell your divine counterpart is really a relationship that is in the 3D based off of fear and ego. And so I feel like that's a lot of the energy going on for a lot of you guys. They run away because they love you so intensely, and that intense kind of love creates toxicity sometimes. And so they go and opt out of the partnership and the connection and go towards something that's less intense and less toxic. I feel like pretty soon, or if not, you guys should be receiving some good news, which should be amazing. And then also that you might have some arguing going on, some competition and such. So for your reading, I have, oh, I didn't even do an advice card. Advice card for Aries. One advice card for Aries, please. There we go. So what is going on for you guys in the moment of time? The person that you're dealing with, I feel, had a tower moment in the past, which tells me that you guys probably weren't together even in the past, but they had a tower moment. They've been thinking intensely. They're going through a huge shift, whoever this person is. They're going through a huge shift. They have the tower moment in the Four of Cups. They've been thinking heavily, almost like thinking, where did it go wrong? What did I do wrong? What happened? Why is this connection not going forward? Why is it not making it go, this way or that way? Why is it stagnant, or why is it stuck in this area, right? Because they're trying to come out of the Hangman reverse. They're trying to get out of this stagnant period in time. It's almost like, I can't move forward in my life. I can't, I'm not getting the abundance that I want. I'm not getting what I feel like I deserve. And I'm stuck. I'm not moving forward, right? And so they're really contemplating on why that is. And so do that contemplation. They must have had a realization, like, oh my gosh, this might be why. So they're crying here. Five of Cups. So that's either you or them. Whoever you're dealing, I'm going to explain to you how it resonates with you. This is who's trying to come back into your life. And I know people have had questions like, okay, are you talking about them? Or are you talking about me? Well, if it applies to you, it applies to you. If it's talking about you in this reading, Aries, because generally we're focusing on their energy, but if it's talking about you in this reading, Aries, what it's going to resonate and look like is you, this person has done this to you, and this is how you're feeling. But if it's them, this is how they're feeling if you've done this to them, right? So like I said, they're trying to move out of the stagnant energy, but as they move out of the stagnant energy, they realize what they have to do, what they did, or they realize what they did, and it puts them in this energy where they're really depressed or upset, okay? Because we have Five of Cups here. Clarifying is the Six of Wands. Understanding why they're crying so hard, why they're feeling the way they are, why they're so upset when they're like, this shouldn't be like this. I maybe, like, say you've barely met this person and they had such a profound effect on you. They're thinking, like, why is this like this? I barely know this person. Like, they had such an effect on me that it's caused my whole entire universe to shift upside down. And so I'm actually surprised the Death card isn't here. Very interesting. We had Temperance in reverse. So in the future, they're going to want to, they're not, they don't like the idea of divine timing. They don't like the idea. They want to take things into their own hands with the Temperance card here. It's just so funny because the card we have here is the universe has my back, right? But they want to take things into their own hands because they want to come out of this fear. So what tells me is that they're in fear right now. They're stuck in this fear, but they want to come out of this fear, and that's why they want to take things into their own hands and have control. But as of right now, it looks like they need to trust in the universe, which they're not doing. There was broken heart in the past, coming out of brokenheartedness, coming out of being upset and crying, right? So for general wise, there could be some arguing this month, realizing like you don't want to be someone's competition. You don't want to have competition because there is competition with the Five of Wands here. There is competition for something that you value highly, something that you value highly, you're competing against, and you don't want to have to compete against that because it's causing a lot of issues for you with the Ten of Swords. So let's take a look at that. Why is this Five of Wands here? Yeah, Four of Cups with the Ten of Wands, because they're like, there's a situation for you that has caused, you know, major upheaval in your life. It's caused issues, and it's probably because you having to compete, you know, with this Five of Wands here. You're having to compete, and it's so burdening to you. You're like, why do I have to do this? You should love me. If it's a love situation, you should love me. If it's a work situation, you're like, I work hard enough over everybody. You know, I do what I have to do to get to where I have to get, and I'm having to compete against all these other people. You know, maybe people who don't do such a good job, or it could be in a partnership. You know, this person that they're with doesn't, you know, make them as happy as you do, and yet they're still with them. And you're like, I don't understand. I don't get it. Star card, clarify, please, for Aries. Moving towards the future. Yeah, so moving towards your future, being able to move towards your future. So much, you haven't been able to move in the direction towards your future that you want. So you're probably really stuck in this stagnant energy as well. And that has to do with this person who is a King of Cups. So having a new beginning with the King of Cups, you haven't been able to move towards that King of Cups in that direction because things have been so, it's almost like, it feels like fighting like against the odds, if that makes sense. You're fighting against the odds. So it's almost so burdensome. But look, that's telling you here that you need to have strength. In that decision that you need to make. You need to be like, take the time. You need to truly think about what it is. I think, oh, like, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. When you take the time out to think about what direction you want to go, is it going to be worth it in the end? Should I move on with my life? What should I do? When you take the time, you're going to figure it out, what you need to do in this moment in time. And that doesn't mean that that decision is forever. That means that that decision is what's best for you in this moment in time. So if you choose to walk away from your situation because you feel like it is necessary in your growth and in your to get you out of that energy, then that is what is good for you in this moment in time. And I want to explain that it doesn't mean that you're losing someone. It doesn't mean you're missing out on an opportunity. If there is no movement between you and somebody else, take another path for the time being. The World card and illumination here. So you're going to start understanding about this cycle that you're in with this person. And it's gonna, once you get that clarity, I feel like boom, then you have an open door. So for your advice card, you have the Cedar of Lebanon in reversed. Spiritual strength, interesting. So you're probably, yeah, look, you are confused by a variety of choices and paths. This is, what is the right one person is wrong for another. So what is right for one person is wrong for another. So do not be swayed by persuasive arguments of others. Don't let short-term gains interfere with your long-term goals. So what is it that you want in the long run? You need to take a step back and start thinking about what it is you want in the long run, how you're going to achieve that. With twin flames and manifesting, it doesn't work like that. It's very different. We can manifest a soulmate. We can't manifest our twin flames because we have to actually ultimately work on ourselves in regards to our twin flames. No, it's very interesting if you're in a twin flame connection. I'm gonna get some more information on this person who's trying to come back into your life. So going back to who's trying to come back into your lives. Page of Swords is, wow, communicator. So we have the King of Pentacles and a Page of Swords. The King of Pentacles is looking at the page like, are you going to come communicate or not? So you're probably waiting on communication from someone, yeah? And the Page of Swords is like, well, I'm just gonna keep an eye on your Facebook. I'm gonna keep an eye on you. I'm gonna stalk you, basically. I'm just gonna keep an eye on you. You're not gonna really know that I'm keeping an eye on you because I want to know how I can communicate to you. Because this Page of Swords feels a little bit inferior to this King here. This King of Pentacles is grounded. So you guys might be the King of Pentacles right now, getting grounded. And the page is over here like, how do I go about this? How do I communicate to this person? What other information do we have for who's going to come back to Aries? Clarify that, please. Ten of Cups here. Ten of Cups followed by the King of Swords and the Knight of Wands. This Knight of Wands is on his way to deliver a message to the King of Swords. So like I said, you could be hearing, you could be receiving some news. You could be receiving some news. And I don't know if it's going to be from this person or not, but let's take a look. Is Aries going to be receiving news from this person they're waiting on? Eight of Cups and the King of Wands. So someone's choosing to walk away. Yep, that could be you, Aries. And this could be you explaining to whoever it is that you're dealing with, like, maybe that's what you're going to receive. Like, you're going to walk away. You're going to tell them, like, hey, I'm walking away from you. I'm not going to deal with this. And then that moment you do, that energy comes in, that Page of Swords. Like, how am I going to communicate? Or maybe they go for my, because look, okay, here's what's weird is we have a queen and two kings officially now. We have a queen and two kings here. So here's the queen, and then we have the King of Pentacles and the King of Swords. So you could be in a third-party situation very, very well. So, and one person is trying to choose between two people. But ultimately, it's the queen, I think, is who needs to make the choice. This Queen of Wands here, whoever it is, needs to make the choice. Or is going to make the choice to walk away. Between two king and a king. So like I said at the beginning, there's a lot of third-party energy for a lot of the zodiac signs. And I feel like that's because people are trying to decide who to be with. And a lot of that could have to do with twin flames as well. Let's get a future cards. Can I get the future outcome? The Lovers in reverse. Oh my God. So I think for a time being, someone's walking away. Can we clarify the Lovers in reverse, please? Someone's walking away from love. Someone might be walking away from love altogether. Like, I can't worry about that right now. So, leaving a secret love behind. So if you were secretly in love with someone, but I mean, it doesn't really have to be like they don't know. It could be like the people around you don't know. So if you were secretly in love with someone and you're still holding back your feelings, I feel like you're releasing. You're gonna try to release because you don't want to be, like I said in the title, you don't want to be someone's option. You want to be their opportunity, right? And it's almost like, I'm not here for when you want to sling me around or whatnot. I'm here to be loved, and that's what I want. I can't believe there's so much third party energy. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's like, when did it become like this? You know, having to choose between two people. And I think it really does have to do with this fear here. I mean, people running away from an intense connection because they're afraid. Something good because they're afraid. All right, guys, I will see you guys later. Thanks for joining me. Some synchronicities I seen throughout this video, if you want to look them up, 10-10, 15-15, 12-12. So whatever those have meanings, maybe they will resonate with you guys. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for joining me today. Bye.